Oh, my mic was muted. What a silly little guy I am, muting my mic like that. Let me turn this down, bro. FGO, why you blowing my ears out like that? There we go. Now we got the Morgan thing going. I've become Morgan. That's truly like the highest level of appreciating your FGO waifus, just to become them. Okay. Now is everything working? Let's see. I think so. Right? Dude, it's only been like a couple of days, but every time the weekend passes, I'm like, did I forget something? Honestly, debatable. They have a grand-based event coming up, and there is almost no way to get servants up to speed in that time frame. What are we talking about? Is now a good time to start a JP account? I mean, it's fine, right? Like, it's probably okay to start now, right? Draco is up there. Look, if you watch the Saber class tier list, you know that Draco's pretty high up there. She's pretty up there. Yeah, it does look like we are getting Ordeal Call on Monday, which is a little weird. You would think it would have dropped this week, you know? So I'm kind of wondering what the game plan is for this week's content. There's not a whole lot they can drop if they wanted to switch stuff around, unless we're just not getting anything, and that's kind of lame. Unless it really is, nah, we're just gonna give people a week to catch up, which, I mean, look, I get it, but at the same time, bro, what about me? What am I supposed to play? What am I supposed to do? Because the download campaign is supposed to be after Paper Moon drops, and so is the Advanced Quest Part 16. So I'm not really sure what do they want to give us? Not really sure. Unless they do want to drop Ordeal Call 1, and then this is going to be about the Durga banner? Maybe? How likely do we think that is? What's the likelihood of that? How likely... What do we think the odds are that we get Ordeal Call on, like, Wednesday or something? But then the live stream is just about Durga coming out, huh? I think that is a little too hopeful, if you ask me. But, I mean... stranger things have happened. Kashin Koji worth the grails? I mean, do you like Kashin Koji? If yes, then she's worth the grails. If no, then no, she's not worth the grails. If you're asking, is she a good enough servant to grail because you like them, you just don't want to waste grails on them? I think she's good enough to use grails on. She's fine. 30%? That's kind of how I feel. I don't really... It could be one of the missed events that we never got. What have we missed out on? What have we missed out on? I'm not really too sure. Because I agree. I think that is way too optimistic of a view. Way too optimistic to be like, oh, yeah, no. We're not getting delayed. We're just getting other banners. Surely, right? Yeah, I've been farming this one because I need the bullets. Literally that NPC dude who's like, I need more bullets. I need more bullets. I keep forgetting that we don't have, like, the really good Bonsies. Or wait for Kama. Kama does get a raid up during Ordeal Call 1. Someone asked when Saber Alter got her buff. She gets it during the anniversary. This anniversary upcoming actually does bring some really insane buffs. Like, some of the buffs that we get for this one are really nutty. And the fact that a lot of people are just now usable. Like, Saber Alter gets a buff, which is really insane. Jaguar Man gets a buff that's okay. Bradamante gets a buff that lets her do, like, Black Grail farming. William Tell, look, it's a crazy buff if you've used William Tell, but if you're never going to use William Tell, then it's probably whatever. Raiko's now able to farm, which is really good, because Raiko has some very advantageous power mods. Having Demonic, Earth, and Sky is really good. Even though they're not the largest power mods, it might be better than what some people have on their accounts. Hans has an interesting buff. I'm not gonna say it's like crazy or anything, but it is interesting because he buffs people based on their alignments. So it's kind of like you can now bring him into team comps for what you need. Karna gets his battery fixed, which is really good. Okita Assassin will be able to do Black Rail farming. Anastasia's and Summer Kiyohime's are okay. Like, they're fine buffs, but they don't really change anything for them too much. Summer Abigail's is okay. Like, it most certainly could be better. Could be worse. I mean, it's just like a buster buff for her. So, like, now whenever you don't have the defense down, she can actually do some amount of damage. Mandracardo, I have to double check Mandracardo's. I think Mandracardo's is his second skill buff, right? They went and fixed that skill. Yeah, I think now... No. It's the same thing. They just gave him crit damage. Like, his crit damage is a bit bigger. Instead of it being for one attack, he gets it for the whole turn. So it's kind of like a better, worthwhile sacrifice. Squirtoria got a battery, which she didn't really need. Like, Squirtoria needs more damage, not more looping capability, but it's shrug, it's fine. And then Gawain's is fine, right? Like, so the idea is that you pop the first skill, you get the Sunlight Battlefield, and then he turns into kind of like a Buster crit guy, because you got the triple Buster deck. Like, it's fine. It doesn't mean that, oh, all of a sudden now my Gawain is going to go sick, nasty, goated with the sauce, bro. He's going to be insane for farming. It's like, no, that's what you use Salter for. But yeah, like, it's nice for Gawain if you want to use Gawain in, like, a boss fight or something. Which Karna? The main one, the Lancer one. When does Tets come back? I think Tets has a raid up later this year. Let me double check. Let me double check that for you. After I give Morgan her cards. Morgan, obliterate that guy. Tets has another raid up. Because we're about to get Cuckoos. Hers is... Isn't it? Yeah, it's during summer. Yeah, Tets comes back around during summer, which is kinda rough. That's kinda rough. So I don't know if you know, but this summer is a little stacked. It's a little good. Story chapters next Monday. Yeah, but you gotta let the people cope. You know, you gotta give them some copium, you know? Working on my first level 120 being Kaimat is so much work, but I think I want to also 120 Summer Kama or save my grails to level 100 or other servants. I mean, you gotta, like, level 120ing somebody's a lot of investment. Even outside of the grails and the EXP cards, you need the, what's it called? The coins. The coins, I think, are, like, the biggest investment. Summer Morgan fears caterpillars. Normal Morgan fears caterpillars. Normal Morgan doesn't like bugs. Normal Morgan is spooked of bugs. How bad is not grinding out Trom and Lost Book 7 to work on class score for my account? I mean, you don't really need to rush working on class score. It's not like you need to do that expeditiously. Also, let me know if the music for the background is too loud. I'm looking at whenever they say their animations and stuff. It looks a little loud to me, but if it's not loud, then we all Gucci. Who's coming for summer? Berserker Castoria, Summer Melusine, Summer Sith, Summer Bargus, Chloe, and Suzuka. Suzuka's like the only servant that comes out that's kind of a dud, because she doesn't really farm very well, but all of the other servants are insane. Summer Chloe allows you, like, she gives you like a plug suit setup. Like, she herself is a plug suit with like NP damage and stuff, so she's really strong. Summer Castoria is just like an already power creep to Draco. Not that Draco's not good anymore, it's just that for general purposes in like 90% of the game, you're just gonna use Castoria, which is like really annoying. It's super annoying that they would just do that. Summer Melusine is actually like the Fae Knights, I think, are kind of tame in the way that, like, I don't think Summer Melusine is better than Summer Ibuki, right? But she is still really good. Like, she is still an arts farmer with an 80% battery, which is always going to be very, very strong. And she's got, like, the power mods and stuff to back it up. So, like, she's still very good. I just think Summer Ibuki's a bit better. Summer Bargus is actually kind of interesting because, like, you know, she's not the best arts AoE character or the best arts single target character, but it's the fact that you get two of them in one is like really strong. You get a servant with a lot of flexibility, which is pretty nice. And then Summer Sith is like really good in boss fights and stuff. Although she is kind of a hard servant to intuit what she's doing because she just does so much. I just got some Skittles for my mom. Your goal is to get Summon Suzuka NP1, then save to use my Saint Quartz on Summer Melusine's banner. Yeah, it's not that, like, Summer Suzuka's bad. It's just that, like, well, actually, she actually might be pretty bad. Actually, I might be trying to sugarcoat it too much. I am quite the fan of Suzuka. And so when they gave her a summer version, I was like really ecstatic about it. So me saying that she's not that bad might be me just coping. That might actually just be cope on my part, unfortunately. I might just be coping. But, I mean, like, she's got good power mods, and she's got good effects. She is hot, that is true. That is why I like her so much. That is the only reason I'm kind of trying to go to for bat for her, right? It's just like, well, I mean, she's hot though, so surely she can't be that bad, right? Like, she can't be that terrible. Summer Emiya win. We already have Summer Emiya. What are you, stupid? Look at this guy. Asking where Summer Emiya is, acting like he doesn't exist. Alright, everybody, we got to point and laugh at this guy. Look at him, being a fool. Do you think we'll get the new append / new coin distribution early with this anniversary? No, because they usually save those things for the anniversary they released with. So it's probably still going to be next year's anniversary. Does he? Yeah, we do have Summer Emiya. Look at this guy. He's not in the know. What is he, dumb? How is this guy going to be over here being dumb, being a fool, being stupid? Okay, see, the problem with that, Manny, is that she's not very good at farming. That is kind of the problem. Like, her skill, if she's one of those characters that if you look at Summer Suzuka, if you look at her skills, like, just listen to this, right? This sounds crazy. This just reads nutty, right? Her first skill, 20% attack, 20% NP damage for all your Summer Servants. Bombs 15 stars. Nice. Second skill, 20% quick, 50% crit damage. Whenever she attacks, 10% attack for free. Nice. Third skill, 30% NP gain that's targetable. Reduces their skill cooldown by 1. 30% battery. Passive 10% quick buff, so really her second skill quick buff is 30%. And then her NP does Pierce Invul, 30% power mod on Lawful, 150% power mod on Earth. Like, it sounds pretty good, but realistically, it's just her natural NP gain at 0.55% and only 5 hits on the quick card, or the quick NP, is a bit rough. In fact, if you guys want, when we finish on NA, when we swap over to JP, I can use Summer Suzuka so you guys can kind of see what I'm working with, like what she actually looks like. Because now I have all the Scotties, and once I had all of them, see, I just thought like she wasn't doing really well because I didn't have all the Scotties to buff her. But now that I have all of them, she's a little disappointing. Little disappointing. I'm gonna start my World of Warcraft grind again. I'm almost at 70. I have no idea what that means in the context of World of Warcraft, but pop off, buddy. But you know what? You do you. I've never played World of Warcraft. I mean, I've heard it's fun, but I've never taken the plunge myself. The closest I've gotten to World of Warcraft, I think, is probably just, like, original RuneScape. That is true. Suzuka, like, Summer Suzuka is hot. That is true. All of her ascensions are good. And at least, okay, at least if it's going to be, like, the flop unit, quote-unquote, at least she's just a 4-star on the banner. It's not like, man, I gotta, like, I have to summon for this unit just because I like their design and they're the 5-star? Holy, dude. At least she's just the 4-star. Have you ever grailed a 3 or 4-star servant to 100? If yes, why? I've seen some do it. Yeah, I've grailed a couple of them. Alright, let's like look at the levels. Like Salter, I grailed to 100. I just really like Salter. I just like Salter a lot. Enough said. Tomoe. Again, I just really like Tomoe a lot. I did the Setsubun event. It was the tower event where, and I remember doing this. I remember like in the first like dialogue screen, Tomoe's like, yeah, I'm Commander Setsubun. So like my PFP was the April Fool's Tomoe, and I was just Commander Setsubun for the rest of the month, and I just really like it. I just really like her. I'm a big fan of Wu. I mean, it's like, it's literally like the stereotypical bit of, oh, like, strong Empress lady, but she's afraid of ghosts, and I think that's funny. The question from YouTube, I grailed Matahari to level 100, and she's a 1-star character. I've seen a lot of people grail Matahari, because Matahari, hold on, let me finish doing the 4 stars, and then, let me not get sidetracked. Other 4 stars, I'm a big fan of the Summer Valkyries. I just like the Valkyries a lot. I really like Thrud. She's just very cute. I just like her. I mean, Jolter, because it's just another Jolter. This could be a 1-star character, and I would have grailed him. And then BB. I just really like BB a lot. I just really enjoy BB. But, like, for Matahari, I know, like, the main reason... Well, okay, main reason is that Matahari is hot. But people feel bad for Matahari, because it's, if she has a wish for the Holy Grail, it would be to create a happy family with someone she loved. Of course, she knows how weak she is as a heroic spirit, so she's already given up on such an impossible wish. So I know a lot of people early on in the game grailed Matahari because they were like, nah, I'm gonna make you able to win the Holy Grail, where we're just gonna give you a bunch of... We're gonna give you a whole bunch of grails so you get stats. I think there's like some other 4 stars I'm considering grailing. I've been using the multi-select thing to kind of go through and mark people that I want to grail. Like, I want to finish Lancelot. Lancelot is actually the first character I ever grailed on the account. I'm a huge fan of Berserker Lancelot. Big fan of Fate Zero. Love this dude. And then he was like a big hard carry for the longest time. Like, I've told people this, like, when I first started FGO, my team, when I kind of started getting going, was I would Arash Wave 1. I was lucky enough to pull a K-Scope. So, Lancelot had a K-Scope. And, you know, I would have, like, Merlin give the Gilgamesh that would come in after Arash died, plus Lancelot. He would give them their charisma, so Lancelot could fire his NP. Lancelot would always clear the second wave because he was a Berserker, and he could clear any wave. And then Gilgamesh with his 30% battery, plus that 20% from Merlin, could fire his NP. And then if Gilgamesh didn't kill the enemy on the third wave, because he could kill anybody because they were servants, then he and Lancelot would kill anybody with the crits that he genned. So not only do I really like Lancelot, but Lancelot is also a hard carry early on. Yeah, like, I need to, like, she's at 90, I need to finish XX. I'm a big fan of XX. Like, I like Cthulhu Mythos stuff in general, and the fact that she's, like, a outer god, assassin, hunter lady, that's just really badass. That's just really cool. Like, that just goes hard. Bargus, I want to do Bargus, obviously. Although for Bargus, I'm waiting for her to give me the other copies. Because, like, I NP5'd Morgan, I NP9'd Sith, and I only have NP3 Bargus. So, like, Bargus is, like, really rough for me. I need 2 more copies. So that is a little bit annoying. That's a little rough. Skills still untouched? What skills? I have 120 to Assassin Coordinate and 2k order just to realize Tlaloc is more peak. Look, arguably. You can have my 2 extra Bargus copies in my second archive. You know, when they give us the trading feature, you know, I'll take you up on that offer. We could do a little bit of a trade. We can exchange some servants. Look, you can have one of the 3 Cleopatras I had. Lancelot's still being the same 10 years logged in? No, wait. Oh, wait, they've never buffed him. No, oh, yeah. Yeah, because he didn't have a 3rd skill. They just gave him his 3rd skill, I think is what happened. Because I was like, no, Lancelot has a buff, but I think it's just he was missing a 3rd skill. And then they gave him a 3rd skill later. Yeah, some of you, like, newer players don't know, but characters used to not drop with 3 skills. 5-star characters always had 3 skills. That was, like, the perk, is that if you summon for a 5-star, they would always have 3 skills. But, like, I mean, there were even some bronze servants that had 1 skill, right? It was ridiculous. So, like, a huge buff wave was them going through and giving people their 3rd or 2nd skill. They will really make a trading feature? No, this is not going to be. It's a joke. It's a joke. Let's see. Yeah, Tomoe's she's on the roster to get grailed. I mean, because the other one's grailed. Like I said, I like Suzuka. I would like to give Suzuka her grails. I would like to get her done. Even if this Suzuka is not very good. I have tried so hard to make this Suzuka good. I have tried so many different team comps and things, but I'm like, she's just not great. She's just not very good. But that doesn't stop me from trying to use her. Alright, doesn't stop me. If I'm going to grail the other Lancelot, I might as well grail this one as well. Might as well grail Happy Lancelot. We got to do Sumanai. That's my boy. I got to finish his skills, though. But I'm a big fan of Siegfried. I think Siegfried's super cool. Got to do Nero. At some point. I got to do all the Saber faces. This is a pretty low priority one, though. But it's just eventually I'll get around to it. Got to do Zenobia for, gotta do Anastasia. Big Anastasia fan. Look, it's anime woman with white hair. You know, they're probably automatically on the Grail list. Gotta do Sith. See, I feel like an obligation I have to do Sith because I have, like, NP9 Sith. Like, I already went ahead and did all of her pen skills and stuff as well. Just because, like, I don't know, why not? Plus, I guess it is stepdaughter, right? Like, you gotta grail your stepdaughter. I feel like that's a thing. I need to do Ashwataman. After reading Lost Belt 4, I like Ashwataman a lot. This is just the guy. This is just the dude. Angry man. I need to do Nobu because of Redline. I'm a huge... I get it. After reading Redline, I get it. Nobu is pretty peak. I need to do Atalanta just for the purposes that Look, she's a cat girl. She's cute. Is she a little... How do we say this in a nice way? Is she a little mentally deficient? Maybe. But I can fix her. Alright, I can fix her. If I can fix some of these other evil demonic women, I can definitely fix her. I need to do the original Valkyries, just because I want to have them both done. I like Parvati a lot. Parvati's cute. Enough said. Alright, look. This one is a little bit of a story. I've told this story a couple of times. So some people kind of already know, but, like, this Vlad, this is my original day one GOAT. This is my day one hold it down. This is the boy that held that shit down on the account. Because I summoned for Cleopatra because that was pretty much like the first banner that was up when I started playing the game. And I didn't get her, but I did get a butt ton of this Vlad guy. And look, anti-evil, and he was NP4 at the time. That's just good. That's just good. I didn't even finish his skills. I'm kind of just leaving him there just because it's funny. I kind of like... Part of me wants to finish his skills for, like, you know, oh, thank you for helping me out early on in the day, but part of me wants to preserve Vlad and all of his greatness. So I need to grail that guy. I need to do Lancer Artoria. God, I wish this character was good. God, I wish this character was remotely good. Because oh my lord, dude. I love Lancer Artoria so much. Lancer Artoria Alter also has the Wild Hunt thing from Odin, which is so sick, and they just don't do anything. Look, I've already got Dobrania done on JP. I have to just do it over here as well. I've just been putting it off. Need to do Summer Mordred, because we love Mordred around these parts. I mean, Astolfo's up there. Astolfo's very low priority, but I'll probably do it eventually for the memes. I need to do all the Saber Altars, so she needs to get done. You need to do Corday, because Corday's peak. Gotta do my Goat Gil. I mean, it's a Gilgamesh. It's not the original Gilgamesh, but it's still Gilgamesh. I mean, I just like Nidokris. I just enjoy Nidokris. Nidokris is nice. Gotta grail her. Gotta do Irisville for reasons. It's because, look, I really enjoy the healing meta. I really do enjoy just healing with my characters. You know, that's the only thing that I'm really concerned about with this character. You know, that's it. There's no ulterior motives. Oh, yeah, Medea. I'm going to try to do all the Medeas as well, because I like Medea. So, I'm like, there's no, like, this is the highest rarity version we have of Medea. I might only do her to 90 and the original Medea to 100. Is probably what I'm going to do with that one. Gotta do Locusta, because Locusta's peak. Gotta do Kashin Koji, or not, Kichi Hogan. Getting all my guys mixed around. I mean, look, you can see, as we're going around, like, there's a lot of them that are marked for getting grailed. There's a lot of dudes. Pretty sure there's some 3 stars as well. Like, Medea's marked. Yeah, Medea's marked, Izo's marked, Serenity's marked, Jekyll and Hyde is marked, Kiyohime, Assassin Lady, Flying General, Salieri, Jufu. Like, I love Jufu. Hilarious. Yeah, Ushi, Boudica, Medusa, gotta do Zhangzhui, the goat. Gotta do the guy. I don't think I have any bronze ones marked for grails, do I? Oh, no, I do. I have Kojiro and I have, Corday. I don't know why her name was slipping. I feel like I should put a Rosh on there. Let's also put Chen Gong on there. Oh, yeah, Black. Yeah, I do. I'm a big fan of Blackbeard. I kind of feel like I at least want to give some of these guys the gold border. Like, I would like Gareth to have the gold border. I'd like you to have the gold border as well. Yeah, Spartacus the GOAT. Yeah, I think I'd add them. These guys might just be getting, like, gold borders. Reasons, yes, sir. Yeah, look, I have my reasons. I don't have to explain myself to you. I'm so not used to seeing Ushi Wakamaru with the silver border, because on my Ushi at level 90, Babylonia made me love her so much. I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, there are just some characters that I just want to give them the gold border. Like, for Lancelot, I grew him to 90 just because I wanted him to feel like he was a 5-star. And I never finished him because I was like, oh, that's fine. Reasons, yes, sir. I mean, yeah, it is reasons. Like, I don't have to explain myself. I don't have to explain myself to you. I don't have to tell you anything. I don't have to explain Squad. I don't have to tell you anything. Let's use bronze apples just so I don't forget to do my dailies. And that way we don't overcommit with the other apples. Bro, Cuckoo came back and I got her in this time with Revenge. Wait, hold on. Cuckoo is back? Her banner's here? Oh boy. Alright, lads, what do we think? What do we think, lads? Do you think it's round 2 time? You guys think it's round 2? Why not? Okay, I don't even know why I bothered asking, because everybody's going to say to go do rolls. I don't even know why I bothered asking the chat if we should do rolls, because everyone's going to say, dude, bro, do the gambling. Except for that one guy. One guy says, don't do the rolls. Think of Summer Morgan. But, dude, Morgan will just simply come to my Chaldea. I'll just simply take out a personal loan, and they'll say, what is this for? I'm like, it's for an investment. I'll be like, all right, you're thinking with money. And then really, I'm just going to be rolling for for Summer Morgan. Don't actually do that. I don't advise that. That's not a very good... that's not a good money move. Don't do that. Don't do that. That is not advised by ZTL Industries. We do not advise going to the bank and pulling out a loan so you can so you can roll on gacha games. Not a good idea. Don't trust him, just roll. No, 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 no. That is true. Genix is right. You got to use your money to make money. Like, what if I spend money, right, to roll on the gacha, and then that video gets 1.2 million views? Then I make all my money back. Easy, right? Right? That's how that works. Spend food money and red money on Cuckoo? Okay, well, I'm not doing all that. I don't like Cuckoo that much. I don't like her that much. We did get a little bit of loading, but that could just be the game being laggy. I also... Do I have Talalog? I think I have Talalog, so it can't be for that. You know, I wouldn't also mind getting spooked by a random character like Jack or, what's her name? Sanzo? Because they're at NP3, and I kind of want to get them to NP5. Like, just because they're at NP3, I'm like, you know what, I don't mind getting spooked by them anymore, because then they're at NP4, and that's one step closer to NP5. NP5 characters make me feel powerful. Obviously, I'd prefer Sanzo, because she's actually good, but the NP5 Jack would be funny. In what banner are you summoning on? We're trying to go for Cuckoo. Cuckoo would be nice. I would like to be able to use the Cuckoo cannon. I would like to be able to deploy it. I don't think it's very likely, but, you know, we're going to try. Yeah, I don't think this is working out for us. I think the loading was a lie. I think we've been deceived. I think we've been absolutely hosed. I don't think this went very well for us. Bro, what summon number are we even on? I don't even know anymore. Alright. Just get me into shaft number 2, alright? Just get me into shaft number 2. Just let me know that I'm not getting them, alright? Just let me know that I should have been saving for Morgan, alright? Just let me know I should have been saving. If you don't try, you will fail. That's pretty real. Hold on, that's pretty real. That's pretty real advice. Absolutely shafted. Thankfully, I'm not summoning on any of the OC banners. I already have Durga on JP, so I don't need to summon for that character. But I would like to use the full power Cuckoo cannon. That would be nice. Alright, get these bum CEs out of here. I do need to double check if I have the Leo one. Like Maximum Broken, that could actually be kind of good. That would be nice. For me as a collector, it'd be a nice consolation prize. Now, only show me the 5-star ones. We don't care about these bum CEs. Okay, so it is kind of a decent consolation prize. We do have it almost fully limit broken. It might not be great, but you know what? We'll take it. Give me a copy of Saber Morgan to get out my Cuckoo. Ooh, I don't know if I'm taking that deal. I like Mordred a lot more than I like Kukulkan. I love Mordred, dude. We love Morty. We love our Morty. Nobody's taking my Morty from me, dude. In fact, that was a good get. You know what? That's a good reminder. I need to finish up my Morty skills. I need to get her a little bit higher. Can we get much higher with Morty? Our streamer gave into gambling. He's just like us for real. I mean, I gotta be relatable. Look, where else are you gonna find relatable gambling addicts? In your FGO community. Oh my god, we got more... I forgot we got more lures and stuff. But we are indeed out of the reverse scale. Wait, no, I have... Bro, what do you mean? Okay, so we need 7 reverse scales and 1 Claw of Chaos. Yeah, check this out. About to hit you guys with the secret forbidden technique. Yeah, you never seen this before. You've never seen the forbidden technique. This is kind of like forbidden jutsu. This is a sealed technique from the Heian era. You've never seen stuff like this. Get in there, Morty. Okay, how many lures do I have? Should we... I feel like I should finish Lancelot, because I like him a lot. But I feel like there are better characters to do. Like, I'm not wasting it on your third skill. Your third skill is pee-pee-poo-poo bad. I feel like I have other characters that are close that could use the lures. How many lures do I have? Okay, I have one that I can spend. I can spend one lure. I mean, we could finish God. That's kind of nice. We could do one of Salter's skills. Because I am working where I'm trying to do all my 5 stars. I'm trying to get all my 5s done. Look, we gotta have that, we gotta have that bling bling mentality. I never knew the max QP was 2 billion till after the lottery event just ended. Exactly. I didn't know that until I did it on JP. So we could finish Shiki. I'm kind of looking at Shiki. We could do one of Altera's skills. I'm kind of down to Clown to start getting Moriarty skills done. I'm down to start doing Maid Alters. I'm down to start doing Hassan's. I don't think we can do any of Jack's, because I think what are we missing? We're missing, yeah, Claws. I'm not buying more Claws just for Jack. Or we could do some of Echon's. What do we think? I'm thinking it's between you, and you. Kind of what I'm thinking. I'm planning to get all my servants to 999. Look, I'm too impulsive. I like to do things. I like to just start getting people done. I guess we could also do Bradamante in preparation for her skill buff, but I'd rather do one of the people that I might use. Because, like, getting Shiki done is just kind of, like, nice. Like, that just, like, feels good. She's, like, done. Can I request Shootin'? I don't know. I don't know if I want to do Shootin' is the problem. Because I never use Shootin'. I never use her. She never gets brought out. It is still better than the sub 1 billion QP a while ago. I just don't think there should be a QP max. I think you should be allowed to have as much QP as you want. I think I should be allowed to have as much as I want. Who gets a 2 billion QP? Real farmers. Real people that be farming. Only real FGO truthers get the 2 billion QP. Why can't I do any of Vlad's? What do you need? Oh, you need reverse scales? Rip Bozo, I guess? So close to having all of our 5 stars done. So close. Maybe I don't even want to pull the summer 5 stars. That means I have to do more 5 stars. It means I have to level up more dudes. Maybe I don't even want those guys. Maybe I don't even want them. To be fair, I don't think we're going to have any currency to spend on the summer guys. I think we're pretty much going balls deep onto the Ace the Savior banner. Yeah, see, like, part of me really wants to do Shiki, just to have her done. Surely can't be hard to turn to a 5 billion cap, they just don't want to. Yeah, I wonder if it's, like, a programming thing that they're struggling with, or if it's just something they don't want to have maxed out, maybe for, like, some, like, weird gameplay reason, where they're like, but we gotta keep them farming. We gotta keep them on the game, or something like that. I don't know. You know, I'm gonna roll for it. I have a 6-sided dice here, right? So we'll put 1 is Shiki, 2 is Brad, 3 is Salter, 4 is Hassan, 5 is X-Alter, and then 6 is a reroll. 5? What was that? X-Alter? X-Alter it is. Who's your favorite besides Morgan? Jalter. Morgan and Jalter are pretty interchangeable for me. I like them pretty much the same. Bro, come on, Echon. You can't be doing it like this. You can't be doing me like this. Come on. What do we need? 7? Considering the last lotto had such an obvious bug, their code probably can't handle more. That is an ongoing issue with FGO. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. That is an ongoing issue with Fate Grand Order. That is a ongoing issue they do be having. Oh, we can get her to skill 8. Nice. Because we have a butt ton of Dragon Fangs now. And she is a Zerg, so she's getting all the positive benefits of my class score. Dope. Maybe instead of the bullet one, I should just be farming the QP one. Maybe we should always just be maintaining a high stock of QP. Maybe. Maybe that's the move. What were we even doing for the QP one? Give me the QPC. Give me that, lady. By the way, dude, I love this update. This is so nice. No longer having to scroll all over the place. Absolutely love it. Was this one we were doing with Morgan? I can't remember if we did this one with Morgan. I don't remember. I feel like we didn't use Morgan. I feel like we didn't. But if not, I don't remember who we did use. I don't remember. Not really sure. That's Bond. We can remove that so then we can get an Oberon in here for plug suiting. We're probably going to need this. And then let's just go with the cranking setup. Let's give Morgan some damage, because I don't remember if we got her to do this or not. Like, I imagine we maybe did, but I don't remember. There's a lot of nodes in this game. Hard to keep track of all of them. Oh, you know what I should do, though? Because we could fit a 4-star in the back line, I need to start sticking Salter in the back here. Because I need to start bonding Salter in preparation for the Grand Servant update. Like, I need to start getting her up. Ongraminu costs 4, so we can get... We can't get a 3-star in here, because there's 7, right? Yeah, there's 7. So we can't fit him in, but we could fit somebody else in. Is there anybody else that I just kind of want to level up? Maybe like Kojiro? Kojiro would be funny. But to be fair, I want to get Ongraminu to like Bond 15. I think that'll be really funny. That might just be comedy. Yeah, let's just do this. You too, huh? Yeah. Yeah, I do like me a little bit of Salter action. It also helps that she's really good, so I don't feel as bad about it because they decided to fix her up. Morgan, blow their balls up. Been spamming that node as well. Summer Servants taught me that shells are on high demand. I think this only drops QP. No, it doesn't drop shells. Does it drop shells? I thought it only dropped QP. If it drops shells, that's absolutely massive. Huge, even. Some would even say it's a colossal dub. And then we can do a little bit of this, because we'll have both of our 50s next turn. QP only, you'd be right. Okay, that's what I thought I was going crazy. I thought I was going crazy. I thought I was going crazy. I thought I was going nuts. Because I was about to say, if this drops shells and QP, this is like the greatest node of all time. This is crazy. This is insane. Good lord, Morgan. Alright, we gotta use the thing. Man, we gotta use our Mystic Code. I thought Morgan really had it on that one. Are we talking about the Ibaraki? Oh, no, this is the one that we ran in with the normal team comp, and we did like an 8-turn clear. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember. We ran in here with Morgan, and we got absolutely clapped up in this one. NP5, Morgan can't do it, but an NP2, Muramasa can. What do you think of Exusia Alter? I haven't actually looked at her, but I'm glad that Exusia got an Alter. It's about time. Lapland in Texas got one, so finally she's getting a little bit of respect. That's cool. We do love to see that for Exusia. And I'm tired of Exusia being bullied. I don't know why all of her fan artists are getting beat up. I like Exusia. She was like one of my first 6 stars on Arknight. She's like... She has a special place in my heart. There's just no way! NP5 Muramasa can without CE. My Muramasa can do it at NP2. My NP2 Muramasa on JP can do it without Oberon, because I don't have Oberon. You know, I don't want to pop the Oberon skill because I know we're not going to clear. But I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to do it anyway. Like, I'm just going to do it anyway. Why is she called Apple Pie? Because she says Apple Pie whenever she shoots people. For the QP1 node, I used Black Girl Muramasa. I was just curious if, like, a different setup for Morgan would be able to, like, allow her to do it, but... Nah, you're gonna really need, you're gonna need those face cards, unfortunately. Or we just say, screw it, we ball, and we just do more for class score, right? Alright, this is now turned into an Oberon farm. This is now turned into a challenge quest. Lads, this is now a challenge quest fight. But I think we're fine. Oberon's got this. Right, Vortigern would never, you would never screw me over, right? Look at that damage. He's out there hitting. Oh, you see how hard that thing's hitting? This really is a challenge quest. Oh, we gotta do that so we don't, you know, make them invincible and not able to hit them. I use Domin here. Domin? Bro said I'm going in here with type disadvantage. I've seen it before, but my brain is not working. It's in the description for the stream. I have it linked. Black Girl NP3 Saber is doable, but somehow still nearly misses. Funny enough, I do have a Black Grail NP3 Saber, but I wanted to use the lady. I wanted to use Morgan. But yeah, we might have to succumb to using Saber. How sad, I have to use a Saber face. Oh no. I don't know who the girl is in the wheelchair, but I want her. What girl in the wheelchair? An Arknight? Arturia? Does she have black hair? Is that what you're talking about? Look at that. Ongramanyu coming in clutch, dude. You know what, Ongramanyu? Pop that skill. Ongramanyu, lower his crit damage. Lower that crit damage. Make sure he doesn't hit us. Ongramanyu, finish this guy off. Oh my god, Ongramanyu's gonna get to finish him off. No! Ongramanyu's too weak! No! No, he's too weak! Ongramanyu, kill this guy. Thank you. Barely killed, but we got him. Ongramanyu, you got another kill, buddy. Good job, Ongramanyu. That's Lumen? Who the heck is Lumen? That's just not even a real character. I refuse to believe that's a real person. Lumen pink hair. No, no, Lumen has black hair. I'm trying to find out who this guy is talking about. Earrings needed with... No. I know there's other setups. I just wanted to see if Morgan could do it. I understand everybody's trying to be helpful, but I just wanted to see if Morgan could do it. It is okay to do science experiments in the game. I am aware. I do indeed have sabers on my account that could do it. I do indeed have other characters. But I want to see if my goat could do it. My goat, Morgan. I wanted to see if she had this in the bag, but unfortunately she was indeed not cooking. By the way, something that like really put me in pain recently is I went through over the weekend and I did all of Oku. Like, I finished this out. This is just like the infinite column battle you're able to do. Like, as I was going through it, I was like, dude, this actually isn't that bad. Why do people complain about this? And then the more and more that I went through, the more and more I was like, wow, I don't want to be alive right now. I was like, this sucks. Just invest in class score? I have. And that's what I said when we finished. I said, or we say screw it, we ball, and we invest in class score. See, we have been investing in class score. We've been getting stuff done. We just need more dust. And we need one of these for doing the challenge quests. Although I guess I could do this. There goes my dust. Now I need more dust. This is also really good because whenever the missions come out, I will be able to collect some Saint Quartz. It's like every 10 nodes is 3 Saint Quartz or something. So that's kind of nice. So that's kind of neat. This is where like the card damages. Yeah, there it is. There's quick card up. There's buster strength up. Where's the last... Where's the command spell? Oh, the command spell one's all the way over here. And then there's another one right there. Yeah, I really think going for the NP damage one is going to be really good for Morgan. Have you done those advanced quests? You mean the ones on the Bleached Earth? How does the command spell buff work in class score? You just use your command spell on a servant and they instantly get the attack and defense. They get like an aura when they use it. Yeah, I've done all the... like, I'm caught up on advanced quests. I've done all of these. We're big chillin'. But if you're talking about the Bleached Earth ones, I haven't done 2 of them. I'm still theory crafting the Tiamat one. I'm still doing some theory crafting for this one, because it's going to take a little bit of RNG, and I'm trying to cut that down. And then I don't remember what this one was. Let me look. Undersea Fairy Tale? Let me go double check. Bleached Earth. Challenge Quest. Europe, Russia, North Oceania. Apply target focuses themselves, grant 95% AoE NP damage resistance while they're still alive. Has a high chance of casting a skill that fully charges their NP gauge every action. Oh, you just have to, like, single target your way through? I think I remember this one. You just have to, like, single target NP. Zerk Castoria definitely makes this a bit easier. Dang, these guys are huge! What are these guys? They're Earth? Chiron's not too bad for this. Chiron just has no refund is the problem. Yeah, this is the one where they, like, force you to go slow. So you can just gung-ho in these challenge quest nodes. That is true. You literally can't just gung-ho your way through them. But people earlier were asking about Summer Suzuka. So... genuinely horrible unless you have a high investment Summer Ibuki. I don't know, man. 95% AoE damage resistance. Although... I might have used Summer Ibuki for that one, because I have her on JP. But speaking of JP... Speaking of... Swap on over. Pop on over to JP. And now we're on LD player. Whole different universe, dude. By the way, can I say... I'm a big fan of Lowhigh. I'm a big fan of Lowhigh, dude. You insta-kill the 2 shell guys and the resistance goes away. Well, brute forced, I mean. I think that's what I did for that one. Because on JP, I've done all of these. The only thing that I haven't done, ironically enough, just because I'm too lazy, is the Olga Marie fight. Like, I still haven't done this. I still haven't done it. I've put it off for so long that I haven't done it. I've been putting it off for way too long. 2 big reasons as to why. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you can possibly talk about. Let's do this. Give me my free apple. Hey, let's use CL. Let me use CL. Let me use the treasure that I don't have. Let me use the powerful CL that I do not possess. I got lucky, so my Rasputin broke Killian first, so her defense butt hit before the double NP. Yeah, it is a little bit easier now that like I've done it a couple of times, and it's like, okay, it's not an NP every single turn. It's not quite that broken. CL, give yourself a billion buffs. Now, let's just wait for those next turn. Actually, let's see if she just one-shots this guy. Screw it, every buff imaginable. Screw it, every single buff. Why not? I'm kind of sad we can't upgrade extra classes on NP server yet. It'll come as we go through the ordeal calls, but it is really weird if you know about it on JP and you know how far off it is. Obliterated. When is Sally? Are you going to be on raid up? He was on raid up with the Avengers. So if you didn't summon on the Avengers stuff, you missed. Crazy how that bird Lohai can fly with all that frontal load. Alright, buddy. Alright, buddy. I need you to put your dick back in your pants. Oh, yeah, but I haven't done these yet on JP. Yeah, I've done the Herc one a couple of times. I just can't decide if I want to do the stall strategy or if I want to just try to murder Herc. I'm not really sure. Because you could stall, like, 12 turns or something, or you could just eliminate his 10 lives. I know Bazette's quite good for it, but I haven't decided how I want to try to clear it. Oh, yeah. We'll probably get a rerun for all of the Avengers as well. They'll probably do it again. I can't imagine they're only doing it for Sabers. They'll probably do it again. What is this node? This is not a good Suzuka node. But we will clear it regardless. We'll do it regardless. What have I been using for these? Hey, can we do the low-high setup? Oh, I have been doing the low-high setup. Nice. Love that for me. Wait, who is lawful good in this setup? Oh, it's for the casters in the back. Ah, yeah, it's for Scotty. Okay. I feel it. I see what we're going for. Yeah, let's run it. Let's run it. Can you believe there are people on JP using the small, adorable low-high and not using the huge, mammery, jammery low-high? That's crazy. How could they do this? Because I do not have the time or patience to replay all of FGO on JP. I mean, it's not that bad, especially when you know, like, what's coming up. But I kind of get it. I get what you're saying. So I want to use... This guy's got starting charge. Well, it doesn't really matter, because we have the double Scotty, so we just pop yours. Ooh, we stun that guy. Pretty sure we want to invest in the NP2 one. We can give you your thingy. Do a little bit of that. Now, I think I know from experience, I think I need to use this on this node. If I remember correctly. This is the last free quest I was doing on this one, but I'm pretty sure I do have to do that. Do you have any characters you want to get in Arknights? Now that we have Lapland Altar, and I was able to get her, not right now. It's probably back to saving. Things went really well for me. I was able to get, what's it called? Lapland Altar and Siege Altar, so I'm pretty enjoying life right now. I'm living life pretty good right now. What if some people might skip Castaway Berserker? Nah, I don't think so. I think Castory Berserker's a little too good. Zerg Castory gives you a lot of, like, utility in your team comps, but then, like, Lilith is just if you want one person to do Mondo damage. They still have, like, different rules. They're also both different in the way that one of them is arts, one of them is quick. So if you don't have the Scotties, then you're probably still gonna go for the Castorias. Lapland Alter made me cry. I almost had to get her on pity. That's rough, buddy. I'm sorry to hear that. Who's the bird? That's Lohi. She came out for Christmas on JP. That was one of the funniest live reactions for me. Because I was going through her stats and skills live, and I was like, wouldn't it be crazy if she turned into like some big woman on her 3rd ascension? And then I was like going through her arts, and I was like, oh my god, bro, she does turn into a big woman on her 3rd ascension. That's hilarious. Monster seems cool to catch. I mean, it literally is Calcit too, right? It's just like, it's like, what if instead of 1 Calcit, we had 2 Calcits? I did think that was really funny. I thought that was hilarious. I got her as collateral because of Suzuka NP10. I see. Speaking of, let's not forget to go do something with Suzuka. Alright, now that we're done with all the OC4 stages, I've milked OC dry. Let's just go do like a stage. What's like a normal stage we can bring Suzuka to? Let's bring her to like a QP daily, right? QP daily is probably fine. Look, these are casters, you know. Let's grab ourselves let's just grab this. Let's go to the old quick farming. Let's set up our girl Suzuka. Now, where is Suzuka? Oh, no, these are my single targets. Suzuka is right there. Okay, she's NP3. Let's give her the nice benefit of the doubt, right? Let's help her out a little bit. What's like a solid CE we can give her for this? Quick arts, quick buster, quick arts. Bro, come on. Come on. It's crazy that because my JP is newer, I don't have some of these like OG ones. The healing one is kind of funny. Screw it. Give her the Lancelot one. The Lancelot one is good. Throw in that Scotty. Get in the OG Scotty. And then, I don't know, who do we want to bond up, I guess? Throw the Valkyries in the back. Valkyries are good for those bond missions. If you're trying to bond up your assassins. What the Scallop? No, get these quick things out of there. Get them out of there. Get them out of there. Get those guys out of here, dude. Give me that. We are using Rider Suzuka, so we can use the Nemo CD. Here, let me see. Just so I'm not doing Suzuka dirty, can I level up her second skill a little bit to give her that extra quick? Because the quick buff does really matter for her, because hers is very low, so she could use every little bit of investment she could possibly want. Like, she could take everything she could get. Do we have any single target anti-Earth servants? Chiron? This guy right here, the Chironster? What are we just forgetting that Chiron exists? There's also like Summer Murasaki. Wait, do I not have any for stuff? Show me the quick AoE. What am I missing? Gears? Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way they want me to go farm for gears. That's crazy talk. That is absolute insanity. But they want me to go farm for gears. I'm not doing that. But most of them... Well, no, I think... What is her face? I think Hakunon is a single target, right? No, wait, no. Hakunon is an AoE. Yeah. Hakunon's AoE. wait, I need 8 for this skill, and then I'm going to need 10, so I'm going to need 18 if I want to do both of her skills. There we go. Congratulations, Suzuka. You will be slightly better. And I truly mean slightly better, because I do not have the QP for you. I do not have the QP for this. Yeah, we have been milked dry of all of our QP, but we'll... Hey, look, that's where we're farming the dailies, right? So we can get Suzuka to full power. Chiron has an anti-trait? Yeah, Chiron's good. Chiron's good. But, I mean, you're right to forget, because most of these people are AoE. I mean, like, Tesla's AoE, Ereshkigal's AoE, Dobrania... What? Wait. Is the Lancer Dobrania... Is the Summer Dobrania single target? I think she's single target. So Dobrania, the Summer one, I think, is another one that you could use. But, like, Raiko, the Valks, the Daikokten... Summer Malulu, Koyan Dark, Dante, Ushi goes in, Cuckoo, like, they're all AoEs. To be fair, don't we have, like, more AoE characters than we do single targets? I feel like we always get more AoEs than we get single targets. Because it is... how is Lohi compared to Morgan / Summer Ibuki? So, Lohai's a bit weird, right? Because... I think Lohai is really good, right? As like the de facto quick AoE berserker, but she's weird in the way that she's kind of like you almost want to use double Lohai, right? Because Lohai gives herself an 80% battery, but then charges everybody else's battery by 20%. So if you have double Lohai, you could pop the first Lohai skill, she charges the 80%, gives the other one 20%. So then... You know, and then if the other one pops their battery, they get to 100%, and then they give the other 20% to the other one. So they charge each other's gauge, right? They both give each other the 20% quick buff, so then they both total have a 40% quick buff, and then whenever they fire their NP, they give themselves a 20% party-wide NP damage buff, and then themselves, right? So if you fire their NP, they give each other, like, 40%. So they, like... work really well together, and then like they buff each other's NP gain. It's like really interesting, but her refund's not the craziest. I don't know, like she's really interesting because Lohai's kind of doing her own thing. She's like closer to like a Tai Gong or a Tetsukali Polka than she is like a Morgan or Summer Ibuki. If that makes sense. If you're catching what I'm putting down. Maybe good with New Mash. I haven't explored New Mash too much. I mean, I really like New Mash from using her in the story, but I haven't explored too many team comps with her yet. I haven't explored around with her too much. Look, this NP is pretty poggers. It's the first time they give us slight titty jiggle, but look at it, we get all that for 50%. I mean, it's good enough for looping, but you know, like new servant being good enough is kind of sad. It's a little sad, but I mean, that's what I mean. She's not bad. Like, she can do the job, but like, you know what I mean? Like, you have better options. You have better options. Does it just have 20% spreading? Can use NP damage and buster? Lohai? Yeah, like Lohai gives that to everybody. Yeah, because her first skill is a party-wide quick buster, and then her NP gives herself a 20%, and then the other two 20%. So it's pretty much a party-wide, like, 20% NP damage. So Lohai's pretty great for that. She's pretty great in that aspect. But look, like, you know, Summer Suzuka, she can get the job done. She's very lucky to be a rider because it means you're going to use her against casters, and casters give you the most refund back. So it does kind of make up for her, like, lower NP refund. Because you're pretty much going to be using her against casters. And, like, that damage isn't the worst. Like, that's no power mod. 286. You know, that's not bad. Could certainly be worse. Could certainly have a worse run. You know what, screw it. Let's work on our Summer Suzuka. Let's just get this QP. Let's get this money. Let's get this money. Oh, wait, I've been grabbing the bond ones. I need QP. I need money! Wait, did I put the... I did. I used the Rider one. No, I need to be using QPCs. What am I, stupid? You need a good Wave 1 unit. Yeah, or you just need to have, like... You need to go for, like, NP2 on low high so she can kind of consistently do it herself. Because once one of them pops their NP, they really get off to the races. But you just kind of need to get past that first turn, you know? Don't we all? No, look, on NA, I'm chilling. But it's crazy how, like, even on NA, we're, like, sitting at, like, 900 mil QP. I'm like, I don't know, I need more QP. I don't feel like this is enough. Because realistically, I feel like it's not enough. I feel like it's not enough. I feel like I'm still in need for QP. You think we should get a Suzerain to use with Logos or Virtuosa and good enough? Oh, get the new... Oh, you mean like Suzerain's mom? I actually haven't used new Suzerain very much. I'm actually a little behind on the Arcanite stuff. Like, I pulled for Lapland Altar. I got her and I got, you know, Suzerain's mom. I got both of them. I did the event, but I have not, like, actually looked into what they do. I kind of just went through, farmed the event, and kind of called it a day. I haven't really looked into too much of what they do. I really just summoned for... Like, I knew that Lapland Altar was really good, but I was summoning because I like Lapland, you know? I just like Lapland. Lapland is one of the reasons that I got into the game. Like, Arknight's characters that got me into Arknights was... Let's see. I think it was a mix between, like, Scotty that I really liked and W. W's the main one. W's the main reason I got into playing, but then I found Scotty, and I was like, Scotty's adorable. I love this character. Then I also found, like, Lapland pretty early on, and I really like Lapland. You know, go figure, I would like the crazy murder hobo woman. Like, go figure. Is anybody surprised? Shocking newsflash. ZTL gets into a game because there's a crazy woman in it. Oh my goodness. Newsflash. I mean, okay, look, listen to those three. If you played Arknights, you know, W is like a crazy person. Scotty turns into a crazy person. And then Lapland is already a crazy person. It's just three crazy people. It's just three crazy people. You know? Yeah, let's remove... bro, I need QP. I need money. I need money. I need money. Get this bond nonsense out of here. Give me the money. Yeah, I wasn't even using the main Da Vinci CE. What, am I trying to be broke out here? I love the sociopathic, unemployed, fail boss women. Hey. Lapland has a job. Her job is causing chaos in Arknights, Italy. Yeah, W Altar has carried me. Dude, W Altar is so good. Dude, I love using W Altar. But you can already see that there are, like, some stages where they're trying to, like, curb her a little bit. Where they're like, okay, we gotta make this a stage where you can't just deploy the W cannon and blow everybody up. But I still do it anyway. I'm still doing it. I'm gonna still deploy the W cannon to blow people up. I'm still doing it. I can't be stopped. I love evil women. You know what, that's gonna be... You know what, I'm putting that up right now. This is where we're having this conversation. I'm gonna throw that up. That'll just sit in the top left corner of the stream. You don't need to bring back for the streams. I need to bring the gifts back. Bring the gifts back. Yeah, let's just leave that up there in the top corner, huh? let's just leave that there. Dude, I was so disappointed when I found out that W wasn't a cockroach, but she was a demon. Because when I was getting into it, the memes were calling her a cockroach. But I didn't know the joke was that she was actually a demon. So when I found out she was a demon lady, I mean, obviously, that's hot. But I wanted her to be a cockroach, because that's funny. I wanted her to be like a little cockroach. I thought that'd be hilarious. I thought that'd be so funny. I mean, I still call her a cockroach, because it's hilarious. I'm still gonna do it for the funny. Okay, now that we're actually earning real QP. See, I can do QP farming when I have a goal. When I know I'm trying to finish Suzuka, who we're using right now, baller. W Alter's on Apple Pie's banner. I think I have a couple of dupes into W Alter. Like, she's one of the characters that I was just like, I'm just gonna take all of my savings and dump them into this character and just see how many copies I can get. I don't get half of the memes of Arknights because I'm not caught up. I'm also not caught up. I think the last thing I did was, like, the Steam Mecha Guy boss fight. I think I did that one. Unless Babel is main story, but I don't think Babel is main story. Pretty sure that's just an event. Who is Priestess? What do you mean who is Priestess? Thoughts on a patent update coming early to NA server? Oh, I doubt it. We got that for anniversary, so I don't think they're going to introduce that early. Like, I don't think they're going to remove that from next year's anniversary to give it to us early this year. Who is Priestess and why is she bad? Like Priestess from Arknights? What do you mean? Oh, or do you mean Kiara in the bottom left of that image? Bro is asking why is Kiara bad, bro. You gotta go read the CCC event. You gotta get involved. You gotta find out. You gotta learn today, buddy. You gotta learn. Dude, I love that 4 stars are so much cheaper. Look how much cheaper this is to do. It's not like I don't need to do the crazy 50 million farms on the... Well, actually, let's take advantage of the half AP, huh? Let's use Muramasa. No Priestess on Arknights? What is bro talking about? Oh, I have no idea. I have no idea who this lady is. I'm not that caught up. I just know that she's a woman from our past. That's all I know. Is Scotty an evil woman too? Like Arknight Scotty? Normal Scotty? No. Scotty Alter? Yeah, Scotty Alter's evil as shit. She's evil as fuck. Because that's not Scotty. That's just Ishar Mallah. That's not Scotty anymore. That is the fish. It is so crazy, by the way, that, like, Scotty Alter is literally the giant fish outer entity thing trying to riz us up. It is so funny. It is so funny. The outer entity's like, hey, buddy, you wanna spend some time with me, huh? You know, maybe we do a little bit of... Maybe we do a little bit of, you know what I'm saying? Or like, bro, what are you talking about? What are you on about right now? Ishar Mlaw's like, is this working? Are you getting rizzed up? And I'm like, maybe. I don't know. Who's your first 6-star? Technically, my first 6-star was W, but that's because I bought the account. My account had Scotty and W on it, because I was like, I'm not playing Arknights if I don't have Scotty or W. But let's see, I think it was Exusia from the, what's it called? That, like, beginner 6-star banner. After that, Oh, I'd have to log in and check Arknights by my acquired. Because I am suffering from success on Arknights. Unironically. Like, I'm just suffering from success right now. I have too many 6 stars. Like, I'm never going to get to my 5 and 4 stars because I can never level them up. I'm just struggling from success, dude. Did someone just name drop my goat? Depends. Who's your goat? I got hit with the copy pasta of Thorns. Look, Thorns is good. Thorns is good. If Thorns is one of your first guys, that's good. It's like he's basically guaranteed compared to FGO. I mean, that's just true. I feel like I'm drowning in 6 stars. I'm like, bro, I have too many. We have too many is the problem. The problem is we have too many guys. I don't think I actually use... I think I do that. I don't think I actually use the... Or no, do I use it on... No, yeah. I do use the Lady Avalon, because it overcharges, what's-his-face? Muramasa's NP a second time. It's a second overcharge stack. It's a second big stack. Big stack from the boy Muramasa. See, that's why I gotta make Muramasa my Grand Saber over here on JP, because Muramasa puts in the work, dude. Oh, yeah, no. Like, my boy Stellar's like... He always goes like... He's like, how can you like Scotty Alter? That's just the evil fish person. I'm like, bro, don't care. He's cute. Don't care. Cute. Charlemagne? Nah. It's all about my boy Muramasa. I'm just trying to remember what I use for some of the things. Because I know I popped the, I know I popped the skill on turn 3. When is Bima coming? I started FGO just for him. He should be here on Monday. We should start Ordeal Call 1 on Monday. God, Muramasa is so good. Drop that. Screw it. Might as well pop the battery. Why not? And then in some weird world where this guy lives, clutch 5% gain. It wouldn't matter. We have the battery. That's how good he is. He's crazy. Yeah, more like Takehu. Takeru? More like Takehu, bro. We're Muramasa Gaming. We are Muramasa Gaming. Who's the strongest Saber in lore? Okay, so it should be MHX, because she killed all the other Sabers. But, like, MHX is kind of a meme, right? Like, Saber Wars is kind of like a gag event. But, like, technically, it should be MHX. If it's not MHX, let me think. I mean, Iori's pretty good. Iori's pretty... By the end of Samurai Remnant, Iori's kind of a monster. I mean, Iori is just like, what if you put Masashi and Kojiro into one person? He's kind of disgusting. But I don't think Iori could beat Sigurd or Arthur. Like, Arthur is kind of crazy. Arthur just goes around, like, hunting beasts down as, like, a hobby. Like, every time we summon a new beast servant in our Chaldea, Arthur's like, oh, is that the beast I'm supposed to take down? Oh, no, they're just minding their own business? Alright, have a nice day. And then Sigurd's just kind of tough. But the thing is that, like, Sigurd's, because of Saber Wars 2, we know that Sigurd's weaker than, MHX, because MHX is able to beat Sigurd in that. Although, she does have some trouble fighting him. That's kind of a thing. So I would probably say I would put my money on Arthur being the strongest saber. I'd put my money on Arthur. I mean, look, in Arcade, Arthur's the person that beats Mother Harlot. Like, the Draco we have is small Draco. Mother Harlot's, like, big Draco in Arcade. And Arthur, like, runs in and, like, smacks her upside the head. And tells her to be nice. And then even in Lilum Harlot, Draco talks to, what's her name? Lady Avalon. And Draco's like, are you just gonna summon the Holy Sword Wielder to kill me again? And she's like, no. You're behaving, so, like, I'm not gonna do that. It's like, damn. Yeah, like, okay, think about it this way as well. Arthur is a Sakurai character, and Sakurai is, like, the Dragon Ball enjoyer. Like, Sakurai, like, out of Higashide, Nasu, and Sakurai, Sakurai's the power scaling goon. So, she's gonna make Arthur look OP as, like, all hell every time he appears. Right? You gotta remember that. You gotta remember who writes some of the characters. If you're a Sakurai character, you're probably always gonna be, like, stupid dummy nutty broken. I mean, like, everybody probably thinks Dante's is pretty OP, right? Dante's is a Sakurai character, which is why Dante's always seems super OP. Ibuki always seems super OP. It's another Sakurai character, right? If Sakurai gets her grubby little mitts on a character, and she's writing them, they're probably gonna be, like, stupid OP. And, like, some of Sakurai's favorite characters are, like, the joke is that, like, Dante's is her boyfriend, because she just puts Dante's in everything. Like, if Sakurai has an excuse to put Dante's in a story, she will put Dante's in a story. Look at Shimosa. Dante's had no reason to be in Shimosa. Like, what actual reason does Dante's have to be in a story about, like, in like, this Japanese story about a bunch of sword saints fighting each other? Literally no reason for him to be there. But Sakurai was like, let me just sneak him in there real quick. Like, let me just sneak Dante's in there. Like, bro thought she was slick, sneaking Dante's in Shimosa. And then she, like, that's the other joke is also that she thinks that Arthur's her husband as well. So, like, Arthur and Dante's are probably always going to be stupid, dummy, nutty OP. What do you think of W. Alter's new skin? She got a new skin? Hold on. I hate looking for, W on, like, Google, because if you type W Alter, you get Wikipedia. Holy moly! Well, I know I'm gonna have to save some premium currency. God, I love W so much. Chat, y'all think I got a chance with W Alter? Or do you think she's gonna blow my balls off? You know, she's legally allowed to blow my balls off. Yeah, like, Masashi's not bad, but Masashi's not, like, close to where, like, Sigurd and, like, Arthur are at, unfortunately. Like, she's good, but she's not, like, Sakurai good. Even though Masashi is another Sakurai character, but Sakurai is a little bit more tame with Masashi. Did we get a Giga Chat? I'm thinking we're probably going to get Galahad for the 10th anniversary, because OC4 tries to make Galahad more enjoyable. They try to fix his character, so instead of being an asshole, he's, like, kinda nicer. So I think they're trying to prep people to summon for Galahad. Because apparently people were joking around being like, wow, 10th anniversary Galahad, the banner that nobody's going to summon on. But then they tried to make him a bit more enjoyable with the MASH thing. Did you finish the story? I finished playing it. I haven't read it. But I was talking to Stellar about it. Because I've been able to pick up context clues based on what I've seen. And I mean, they made a whole, like, PV. But I don't think we're going to get Comet Saws for 10th anniversary. I don't think that's going to be a thing, unfortunately. I mean, it'd be really cool if they did decide to do that. That'd actually be really cool. Are the Fey Round Table stronger than the Round Table? Alright, so this is where it's, like, really weird. The Fey Knights of the Round Table probably should be stronger than the Knights of the Round Table, but Nasu really likes the Knights of the Round Table. So, like, even though Barghest should, like, big dick all over Gawain, I'm pretty sure Nasu would say they could have an even fight. You know what I mean? Or, like, Melusine should just, like, slaughter Lancelot, but because they're both Lancelot, quote-unquote, Nasu would probably let them have their fight. Because Nasu, you gotta understand, Nasu is a bit more, like, simple when it comes to his writing. Like, if people have similar vibes, he'll probably let them fight each other evenly. You know? Like, Nasu kind of works off vibes, Sakurai works off hype and aura, and then Higashide just doesn't care. Like, think about, like, any story that Higashide has written. Like, say, like, Lost Belt 5.1. There is, like, no aura farming in Lost Belt 5.1, right? It's just, like, a good story. Or, like, look at Trom. There's, like, really nobody aura farming in Trom. So, like, Higashide just doesn't care. Higashide just wants to write a story. Nasu just wants to have people with similar vibes have their fights. And then Sakurai wants Dragon Ball. He wants to have his Dragon Ball fight. That's what he wants. So you gotta always remember who's writing the characters. So it's like, well, you gotta ask yourself the question, if it's Gawain and Bargus fighting after Nasu steps down and Sakurai becomes the head writer, then Bargus is gonna rip him to pieces. But if they fight while Nasu is still the head writer, then it's gonna be an even fight. That's kind of how it goes. You gotta remember who's writing the things, because we have multiple writers. It's kind of like comic books. You gotta think about it like comic books in a way, where, like, one writer might think that Superman is the strongest person of all time, and nobody can't even just sniff, like, his nutsack, right? And then other writers might be like, nah, if Batman has prep time, then Batman can beat Superman, which is, like, a ludicrous thing to say, right? But it just depends on who's writing it. So you gotta like look into who's writing what, because we have multiple writers, we have multiple scenario writers for the different FGO story chapters. You always have to keep that in mind. You gotta keep that in mind. Lancelot is the biggest bum of the OG roundtable. Lancelot killed Gawain. What do you mean? What do you mean? If any, I think Gawain is the biggest bum of the OG roundtable. Bro doesn't do anything. Bro is just worst Artoria. Like, Lancelot at least just kicked the shit out of Artoria. I mean, like, bro, the novelization for Fate Zero, for the fight between Artoria and Lancelot, is crazy. It's ridiculous. It's, like, not even close. It's not even remotely close. It's like, thank God Karya died mid-fight. Because otherwise, Saber was cooked. It was so crazy. Doesn't Lancelot kill Gareth? Yeah, when he's in Berserker mode, he does kill Gareth. Which is kind of sad. It's in Gareth's, it's in her bond stuff. Bro lost to Galahad twice. Dude, Galahad is the Gary Stu of the whole thing. Galahad would beat anybody. Galahad is such a terrible character. It's literally just, like, the English coming back after the French put in Lancelot as, like, a character for the story of King Arthur. The English were like, well, no, actually, this is the greatest guy ever. He's the knight of purity, and he just does everything the best. And I'm like, that's why I can't back Galahad. I can't back Galahad, because Galahad is not a real person. He's just a Gary Stu character that's like an insert by the English to try to make, like, the best character of all time. Because here's how it goes, right? Originally, Percival is the greatest knight of all time, right? Percival's the original Grail Knight. He's the GOAT. He's the best, right? You know, he kind of earns that. Then the French get their hands on the Arthurian legend, right? So they make Lancelot. And the French really care about, like, love and romance and stuff. So there's this hidden romance between, oh, well, it's this forbidden love that Lancelot is in love with Guinevere, but he can't pursue it because that's his king, and it's a will they, won't they, will they do it, it's not the right thing to do, but do you have to do it? You know, it's like a romance thing. And so, like, Lancelot's also, like, a great knight. But he also doesn't step on the other toes too much of the other guys, right? It's like Lancelot is held as, like, the greatest knight, but it's not like he's stepping on the toes of Percival, on the toes of Gawain, or Tristan and them. They all are, like, still pretty good. Then the English come back and they say, nah, we don't like any of this. Screw it. We make Galahad. He's just the greatest guy of all time. Galahad is literally the meme of this is my OC, do not steal. It's literally like you went on DeviantArt, found some random knight guy, and someone's like, this is the strongest guy of all time. He beat up Goku, Ichigo, he beat up Naruto, he just beat them all up. He just beat them all up, dude. Which is why I can't back Galahad. Galahad is just, it's too much of a Gary Stu thing, man. Didn't Gawain lose to Masterless Karna after he gave up his armor and couldn't use his lance? Well, so Gawain fights Karna in Fate Extra. Karna tells Janako to not make him use his NP, because if he uses his NP, he's going to lose the fight. Janako, being a more inexperienced master, kind of panics and has Karna use his NP, so Gawain's able to win. But also keep in mind that it's also a master difference. Leo, Gawain's master, is sick nasty goated with the sauce. Like, Leo himself is a master that is, like, stronger than his servant. Leo is ridiculous. Like, Leo's busted out the ass. Like, he's crazy. Like, he's insane. Like, he's crazy. So, I don't know if it's really, I don't even know if it really gets into that difference. It really is just that Leo is the most crazy person you've ever seen. Leo should legally not allowed to be a master. He's a little too good. Actually, the weakest of the Knights of the Round Table is probably Mordred. Well, I mean, technically it's Bedivere. But yeah, I see what you're saying. Like, Mordred's, like, not nearly as strong as, like, Gawain, Lancelot, Percival, Tristan. These other guys are a lot stronger than she is. At least they're the ones that we have. I mean, if you count Bedivere, Bedivere's the weakest, because Bedivere's just a guy. Like, I don't know if that's fair, though, to Bedivere. Like, Bedivere is just a dude. Bedivere's a guy that's just like, I'm just really happy to be here. Like, honestly, for real, I'm just kind of happy that I'm allowed to hang out. I'm kind of just allowed to hang out. I'm just happy to be here. I'm just happy to be here. By non-divine servants like Achilles, my brother in Christ, Achilles is a demigod. He has Divinity C. What do you mean? Bro, they are solo leveling fans. What, the Galahad fans? Yeah, I agree. So to be clear, Lancelot is made by the French. Yes, Lancelot is a French addition to Arthurian legend. Because you got to remember, like, historically, and this is getting into, like, my territory where I love this stuff. I love talking about history. But, like, way back in the day, France and England didn't like each other more than they don't like each other right now. So they would, I don't know, do these little thing called wars, and they would do invasions of each other back and forth. You know, you'd have some English king being like, nah, this time I'm gonna retake France. Me and the boys, we're gonna go get them. So then they go down there, they go beat some people up, they get pushed out, and the French are like, oh, wait a minute, my great-great-grandfather actually went to England, and he said that I'm supposed to be king of Britain, and so I'm gonna go in there and do some fighting. And then they go in there and then they do some fighting, and then they take it over, and then they flip-flop around. You know? It's just one of those things. They do a lot of fighting. They did a lot of beefing. Meanwhile, Germany's, well, I mean, they weren't even Germany at that point. But, you know, the quote-unquote German area, they were doing their own thing. Spain was also doing their own thing. Everybody else was kind of just, like, looking at Britain and France fight all the time. They're just like, oh, boy. Yeah, literally, shout out the 100-Year War. Hey, shout out 100-Year War. It brought my goat, Jean. I really got to shout out 100-Year War for bringing in Jean. Name one fight Lancelot has won in Fate on screen. I mean, he was kicking Gilgamesh's ass in the docks. He was beating his ass. But then again, I understand Fate fans can't read, and I've read I'm a bit of a novel elitist. I've read the details of the Fate Zero novel. I actually know what's going on that one. You know, I'm just saying I'm able to read. Anyone can kill Achilles as long as they strike his heel. Okay, but that's a little hard to do, you know, when the guy is, like, one of the fastest servants of all time. You know, like, it... You know, yeah, technically, Blackbeard could kill Achilles if he shot him in the foot. You know, technically that's true. But that's not even how Achilles' thing works in Fate. If Achilles gets shot in the heel in Fate, he doesn't instantly die, it just removes his abilities. Right, like, he gets slower and he loses his immortality. You still have to fight Achilles, right? Like, you still have to fight him. Keep in mind, You know that crazy fight that Achilles had with Atalanta Alter? He did that after getting his heel struck. Like, we all recognize that, right? Like, we all get that, you know? That, you know, like, he did all that after being nerfed by Chiron shooting him in the heel. It's like, Achilles gets, like, I think they said it was, like, he gets, like, 50% slower. He loses his immortality, and I think he gets, like, a bit weaker once he gets struck in the heel. Something like that. I'd have to look at the data book again. But, like, even after all that, he's still able to, like, tie, quote-unquote, with Atalanta Alter. But he's not even trying to kill her, right? He's trying to save his, quote-unquote, big sister, you know? Just leg kick the Flash, bro, argument. I mean, it's not even wrong. It literally is, like... Bro, if you hit the Flash in the legs, you just win. It's like, okay, but that's easier said than done. That is way easier said than done. Like, I'm not doing that. Fate fans can't read since when we're Dragon Ball fans. How many Fate people here have actually read all of the Fate story? Like, how many people that are playing FGO have actually read all of FGO? Not everybody. Most of the people here, they get into a new story chapter, they click skip, and they say, I'll read it later, and then they never do. Alright? Nah, I know. I'm in your head. I know the Fate fans are. I know them. I'm in their head. I know. They think I don't know, but I know. They think I'm not aware, but I'm aware. Yeah, I'm in your head. I know what's going on. I know what's up, okay? I can't be fooled by these Fate fans. They ain't fooling me. They think they can, but they can't. Fate fans can't read, but I can. Well, that's because you've evolved into a Gundam fan. Gundam fans have to be able to read. You have to be able to read as a Gundam fan. You have to be able to read. It's like the RX 2750 billion Gaguga Bumbles over here is equipped with a 95mm cannons capable of, like, just a bunch of, like, random stuff. Hey, that's not true. I never even said I would read it later. He said, he's like, wait. He's like, Your Honor, I actually I wanna bring it to attention that I said I would never actually read. Your Honor, I never said I was going to read. You know what? Fair enough. We'll strike that from the record. Hey, fair enough. Fair play. No. The court recognizes that as being pretty real. So we're gonna give him a pass on that one. We give him a pass. We'll give him a pass on that one. Okay, I guess we'll go back to doing these two. Ooh, wait. Don't we have C-Cell drop rate ones? Oh, no, I gotta remove the 5-star thing. It's this one, right? Do we not have a seashell one? I don't think that's it. That doesn't look like it. Let me just double check. Let me just check here real quick. Advanced quest. Surely we have seashell ones, right? They're not that hard, Liz. Yeah, we do. It's this one. Where is it? It's this one. Yeah, that's what I like to see. Give me that. Give me all that. All of that. That's what I'm trying to get. I'm trying to get all that. I'm trying to get all the drops. And I guess we'll sacrifice Bond. What do you mean, bro? What do you mean team cost? Bro, FGO, increase my team cost. Give me more team cost. Now. Or I'm going to come in and I'm going to blow up the city. That's a real threat. That's not a threat, that's a promise. Brother, I can't even grind up my Valkyries. Do another 3-star. You know, let's do Kiyohime. I did, out of nowhere, grind my, like, Kiyohime up to, like, level 100, so I guess I probably should start bonding her up. Meanwhile, I'm not allowed to bond farm and farm for mats at the same time. I hate it here. I wish the Oda in FGO was like the Oda from Type Redline. Yeah. What would happen if Fate Zero Lancelot touched a nuclear bomb? He would possess the nuclear bomb. I don't know what he's going to do with it. I mean, throw it at somebody? I guess. I mean, it's his nuke. He's free to do whatever he wants with it. Blow himself up? I don't know, man. It's a nuclear bomb. I guess you could throw it at somebody. It's his bomb. I mean, Knight of Owner does say he's able to take possession of it. So it's his bomb. He's free to do with it whatever he wants to do with it. I don't know what he's supposed to do with it at that point. It's his, you know, he's got it. He's chilling. Because we know that the Knight of Owner works if he throws the weapons. Because when he was fighting Gilgamesh, he was throwing the weapons back at him. Like, he threw Vajra back at Gilgamesh. And then Gilgamesh had to, like, block it with another weapon. You know it kind of works like that. So I know if he touches the nuclear bomb, he can throw it and then just parry the nuke. Yeah, that's a Dark Souls player right there. But Mom said I could have the Xbox type NP never gets old. It is really funny, yeah. I do love Knight of Owner, because it's just like, it comes from Lancelot fighting somebody with a stick. And so somehow they were like, yeah, he could just take any NP he wants. It's like, how? It's like, yeah, because he fought with a stick, dude. Like, he would just pick up random things, so like, he could fight with anybody's NP. It's like, that's a little broken, don't you think? So if I'm Lancelot, and I'm fighting with Ku, and I just take Gay Bolg out of his hands, that's just my Gay Bolg now. And they're like, yeah, I mean, well, yeah, if he takes it from Ku, I guess that's his. It's like, okay, well, that's a little filthy, don't you think? They're like, nah, we think that's fine. We think that's okay. It's like, okay, alright, dude. They're just like, dude, we just won't let Lancelot fight too many people. Lancelot gets all of his best fights on, in, like, interludes and stuff. He gets his best fights off-screen. Like, in his interlude, he just beats up Gilgamesh, and it's, like, really funny. He beats up Gilgamesh with a pair of chopsticks, okay? Like, Berserker Lancelot's interlude, where you go out with him on a picnic. It's like you, Mash, and him go on a picnic, and then some, like, random shadow servants come in to fight him. And then they're like, oh, no, not Gilgamesh, how are we gonna beat him? And then Lancelot, like, picks up some chopsticks, and then, like, gives him the Poke 9000 and just beats him up, apparently. Like, Lancelot gets, like, the goofiest showings you've ever seen. He has, like, the goofiest fights you've ever seen. Why? I have no idea. So then Lancelot can pick up Mjolnir, Thor's hammer. Surely they just don't let him be worthy, right? Surely Lancelot is missing a condition to pick up... to pick up Mjolnir, right? Surely, right? Doesn't David have that too, since he chops Goliath with his own sword? Yeah, I think he does have something like that in his, like, one of his skills. But David is worse than Lancelot, because they don't let David do shit. They don't let him do anything. They don't let him do squat. He's never allowed to do anything. That dude, David, is not allowed to do jack diddly squat. Not allowed to do nothing. I don't know how Mordred doesn't have beef with Lancelot because of what he did to her sister. I don't know if Mordred cares. I think Mordred is too concerned with getting the throne. And then now Mordred's kind of chilling. After Apocrypha, Mordred's kind of chilling. Her characterization's... Why did I bring Ruler Scotty? Why would I do this? What would possess me to do this? I mean, maybe Summary Buki is so good that it just gets the job done. Wait, Mordred has a sister? Dude, I gotta tell you how much of a MILF Morgan is. Like, Gawain, Agravain, Gareth, Mordred, and then, like, there's, like, 2 others, right? Like, hold on, let me look them up. There's, like, 2 of them that we don't have as well. Yeah, Gawain, Agravain, Gareth, Morgause. Oh yeah, these are commonly attributed to her sister Morgause, but then, like, R. Morgan is just all of those. Like, R. Morgan is just composite, like, Vivian, Lady of the Lake, Morgan. She's just all of them. And then, like, Mordred. Yeah, like, Morgan has some kids, bro. She has some children. Like, they don't want you to know that Morgan's pussy was popping, right? They don't want you to know, but Morgan's pussy, just so you know, she bona fide MILF, my guy. Which is also why I know that she has to be my husband, right? That's how I know. Yeah, there's another one. Yeah, Gareth and Gareth. Yeah, there's another one that have, like, similar names. He doesn't like the man-to-woman ratio. Look, surely our Agravain just won't be sexist, right? Surely our Agravain will actually be a chill guy for real, for real. Surely our Agravain is just the coolest guy. Okay, funny that if we didn't use her charisma right here, we actually would have been fine. We just use the charisma there. Now we have to use a command spell, but I guess it gets to show off for people asking earlier how it works. It's okay to believe Morgan had so many kids and they all turned out differently. I think Agravain is the worst one. No, Agravain... No, look, Agravain is doing his job. Agravain is put in there as a double agent for Morgan. So he's doing his job. He's actually doing his job perfectly. Now, I don't know if that's a good job that he's supposed to be doing, but he's doing a good job at the job he was given. Agravain is the best one. What do you mean? See how like her little thing gets the aura? That's how you know they have the little boost. Now, give me an update where she has like an actual Super Saiyan aura. He hates his mom and women. Alright, now that's taking it a step too far. Agravain is the GOAT. Mommy, Morgan, or Lilith? I haven't finished Ordeal Call 4, but I do like Lilith so far. Lilith has a very, Lilith kind of talks in the same way that, like... that kind of like Suzuka does. Where it's, like, very, it's very foreign to how most FGO characters talk. Like, Lilith comes out and she's just like, damn, you guys suck. Like, she'll say it like that, which is really funny. Lilith talks kind of... She's a little funny lady. She's a little funny guy. She's a little funny lady, you know? Agravain was born into the wrong body. He yearns to be Greek. That is the craziest thing I think I've heard all stream. That is the craziest statement I think I've heard all stream. That is ridiculous. But I'll let it pass. I'll let it slide. We did have a flag on the play, on mics, but as official head referee, I'm letting it fly. No penalty. Resume play. Why is Melt lawful good when she is clearly an evil woman? What do you mean she's evil? I've never seen Melt do anything wrong. She's chilling. Is the main idea of FGO to farm? First time coming around. First time in FGO. First time in a gacha game, actually, in general. Look, the main idea in every gacha game is you're gonna farm. You might as well put the rice hat on because you're in the rice field, buddy. I feel bad Mordred didn't have anyone in her family who give her a lot of affection. At least Gareth cares about her a lot, even though Mordred doesn't interact with her much. Yeah, that's why I really liked Apocrypha for Mordred's characterization. Because, like, the whole point for Mordred in that is that she and Shishigo kind of, like, slowly work through, for lack of a better term, her daddy issues. And then by the end of it, you know, Mordred's, the conclusion for her is that she's like, you know what? Maybe I was too harsh on my old man. Maybe my old man had... Maybe he had his own problems going on. Maybe I should have been nicer. And that's why in, like, say, like, Summer 1, which comes out after Apocrypha, Mordred tries to, like, interact with her dad. She's, like, very friendly towards Artoria. But Artoria doesn't have the same... She didn't have the same character arc. So for her, it's really weird. This person that burned down her kingdom is, like, trying to be friendly with her all of a sudden. So she's, like, understandably a little off-put by it. He's like, what the hell? Why is Mordred... Like, no, leave me alone, dude. It's like, bro, leave me alone. That is true. And yeah, now Mordred's made her own circle of friends. She's buddies with Fran after Apocrypha. You know, Jackal and Hyde, Canis. Yeah, she's chilling. You know, in the summer event, she gets to be like a butler. You know, she puts on like the tuxedo, and it looks really cute. You know, Mordred's having a good time. Like Mordred, she's having a good time. Mordred's she's doing all right. She's doing okay. She's doing all right. Now, did we need 18 of these, or did we need 10? If we need 18, I'm going to go to Tucson, grab him by the foot, and throw him into outer space. I'm just going to chuck that dude into outer space for making me farm all this. Oh, I need 15. Okay, it's not nearly as bad. I mean, it still sucks, but it's not nearly as bad. DTO's favorite has arrived. Oh, is Genix back? Awesome. Hit him with the whole combo grab. I will, dude. 15? Come on, man. Come on, man. You can't be doing this to me. You can't do this to me, man. I feel like on JP, we're getting closer and closer to anniversary. I should probably start saving. We should probably start getting the saving funds going, because I don't think there's anybody I'm going to want to summon on anytime soon. Like, we tried Metatron John, but kind of, like, flopped on that banner. Tried for Kolyin, didn't get her. So now I feel like it's just, save for Anniversary Memento, / save for Summer, probably. Lost Bill Morgan has her own daughter to care about. That is true. And it is kind of sad, because I think if Morgan had one talk with Sith, all of Sith's issues could have been avoided. Are you going to go for Cuckoo on NA? Who's going to tell him? Who's going to tell him? Who is going to tell him? Does he know? We're on year 10, so this is a big anniversary for FGO. This is big anniversary, potentially. Big news. Would you like to listen to our Lord and Savior NPM not paying money? I am a big fan of not paying money. Is it finally Solomon time? God, I would love it if it was Solomon. I would be ecstatic. My dick would be rock hard if it was Solomon. Let's just say it that way. If it's Galahad, that's good for me because that means I get to skip. Metatron is mid anyway. Mods, kill that guy. Not even in a video game. Mods, just kill that guy. Funny how by definition of fairy, where the second generation is the daughter of the first, then Castoria is Morgan's daughter. While also simultaneously kind of just being Morgan at the same time. It's really weird. Finally, year 10. We're going to add the 10 for roll for tickets. Yeah, how about you keep dreaming there, buddy? This guy, I think we're going to get... You guys see this idiot over here thinking we're going to get quality of life buff in FGO? What is this guy, stupid? How did Morgan not feel her daughter's soul falling apart? Maybe she just thought she was sad because she broke her shoe. Big time to get Comet Saws. I feel like Comet Saws will come in for, like, the Antarctica story. Like, you know, the finale for the thing. I feel like it'll be, like, one of those things where like, we bring in some of our lads, we get in some of the big dick dudes coming in, and then, like, Comet Saws is one of the guys that's like, I've come to help. And we're like, hell yeah, dude! If we get Solomon or Goetia for Anniversary 10, I'd rather have Solomon. Goetia is kind of a bum, but Solomon would be cool. I mean, I would still summon for Goetia. I mean, like, let's just keep it a stack. I'm still summoning for Goetia, but, like, I'd rather have Solomon. I'd rather have Solo, man. Solomon. I'd rather have the Chaldean, you know? Do Merlin and Lady Avalon care about anything? Lady Avalon, not a clue. I couldn't tell you a single thing that I think Lady Avalon cares about. Merlin cares about things being entertaining, which is why he cheers on Chaldea. Because he thinks that, like, because we're in such, like, a losing position, and we're fighting anyway, he finds it, like, an entertaining thing to watch. Which is why he helps us out in, Camelot. Not Camelot. Well, he does help us out in, Babylonia, but he also helps us out in America. Like, we would have just died to Coup Alter if it wasn't for Merlin's intervention. Like, we were just dead. First man, Adam. I would love to get an Adam. Especially because the Lilith we got wasn't actually Lilith. That was pretty interesting. It was really funny because everybody's like, oh yeah, it's going to be like the biblical Lilith, right? And they were like, well, in a manner of speaking, it's Lilith, but it's not the Lilith you think. And I was like, damn, somehow they made it really easy to predict, but they also debated everybody. It's crazy. Absolutely insane. They're like, what if we just debated everybody? What if we just debated? What if we debated everybody? That shit was crazy. Isn't Solomon gone from the throne of heroes? So, like, how would we summon him? I don't know, man. Nasu will retcon the story in some way. Nasu will make a retcon. He'll do like a couple of retcons before he leaves. Well, there is no biblical Lilith. She's like OG Broly. Well, you know what I mean, right? You know what I mean. Like, people thought we were getting the demon Lilith. And that is all I will say on that. I will not elaborate further due to spoilers. Due to boiler reasons. You know? Goat suit? I don't know if it's goated if you keep making retcons. I don't know, man. Beast class Solomon? No, don't make him a beast, because then we're never going to get him back. And it's going to be 2 years before he gets a raid-out. First meshes in months is a lie. I'm so back. Mods killed that guy. Is this the last ordeal call on JP? Yes. We are now going to finish the ordeal slot. Are you talking about spoilers from the Bible? Guys, I'm sorry, I'm gonna spoil the Bible. You know that crazy part where that Jesus dude died? If you turn a couple of pages, he actually comes back to life. And then the craziest thing after that is bro ascends. Like, I know, you probably haven't gotten that far, but like, you know, I'm just saying, it's a pretty crazy thing. But yeah, that was the last ordeal call. Because we weren't supposed to get this one. This was like a bonus one just because Nasu had some inspiration. So the main ones that we were supposed to get was... We're supposed to go to... No, that's the wrong one. Where's Paper Moon? Paper Moon's here? Yeah, so this was like planned. And then we go to this one for Avengers. And then we were supposed to just go do... What was... Like here? Yeah, it's here. We're supposed to do this one, but then Nasu just had an idea, and so he just made Ordeal Call 3. We just got a bonus for Moon Cancers. And so now... We're going to Antarctica, baby. We're going to the frigid cold lands. Imagine if Fate Grand Order played like Extella. Well, I mean, they're both repetitive, so I guess that's fitting. They both have very repetitive gameplay, so you know what? Maybe that actually is fitting. I think a 1-star Neko arc for Anniversary would be pretty heat. I could get by with that one. I could get down. I could get jiggy with that. Imagine looking at that Lilith and saying no cowgirl. She'd probably rip your balls off. Think Type Moon has the balls of steel to introduce Jesus? Look, surely, if JoJo's Part 7 can have Jesus in there, come on, man. Come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. Come on now. Come on now. If JoJo's Bizarre Adventure can do it, why can't you put him in there? Come on. Come on, brother. Just put a little bit of that Jesus in our game, man. I mean, we got the Holy Grail in here now. If we got the Holy Grail in here, then surely we could have a little bit of Jesus Christ going in our game. Surely we could get a little bit of Jesus in here, a little bit of Christianity in here for this lawless land full of foul sinners. Surely we could spread a little bit of the good news. Some of these servants could use it. Gonna make a 5-foot femboy? That would be crazy work. Mods, chop that guy's balls off. Mods, kill that guy. Truly a roundabout path, I'm sorry, Euro. King David win? I would love to get King David. I would love to get a proper King David. Because we have, like, Shepherd David with, like, weird pieces of King David, but I would love to get a King David. Give me King David and David's fighting men. I'm down. Balls of Steel? Jesus? Steel Ball Run? You gotta understand, everything's a JoJo reference. Gotta understand. You look at an anime, and it's like JoJo just looks at you and says, where does that lead you? Back to me. I would love, like, a Berserker Mordred Altar. In fact, I was writing a Fate Grail, like a Fate, like a fan fiction novel based on, like, a Grail War. And I was using a bunch of just, like, different versions of servants I wanted to see. And one of them was Berserker Mordred, and I was having a lot of fun with it. I just never finished it. I never got around to finishing it, which was kind of sad. Lohai, strip the flesh from their bones. Oh my god, is that you, Bell, from Hit Anime Yu-Gi-Oh! GX? When's the next event and what is it about? On NA, no clue. Who knows when we're getting the next event? We're just... Or on JP, we're doing nothing. On JP, we're waiting for... Or NA... Getting this backward. JP, no idea. NA, we're getting Ordeal Call on Monday. There we go. Rumi can't spell. Truly another moment. They're gonna make Jesus a villain for reasons Christians are bad guys. We butchered a few religions. See, I think that's pretty based and cool, though. I think that's pretty cool. Like, look, L on the Egyptian spark. You should have just had stronger gods. Should have had stronger gods, man. Shouldn't have just gotten dominated by 10 plagues. Losers. Imagine getting solo stomped by one guy. Crazy. Could never be me. Could never be me as a Scientologist. Where does Ordeal Call as a whole stand in FGO story? What do you mean? Like, good, okay, mid? I am not familiar with Ordeal Call 1. I've been kind of saving that because it was coming out on NA. Ordeal Call 2 from a... Because, again, I haven't spoiled myself on OC2, but I do know the bits and pieces. It does seem like it'll be pretty good, which is surprising because it's a Sakurai story. Ordeal Call 3, I have pretty much kept myself spoiler-free on. I only really know about the ending, but it seems interesting. And then I'm reading Ordeal Call 4 right now. And so far, Ordeal Call 4 is interesting. It's interesting. I'll give it that. Like, so overall, like, better than 1.5. On average, I don't know if it's on average better than the Lost Belts, because, like, 5, 6, 7 is pretty good. But then, like, yeah, but then, like, because, like, Lost Belt 1 is okay. It's not, like, bad. It's not good. I mean, I like Trom. Trom is a part of the Lost Belt story. 4 is okay. 3 is sad because you could tell it was rushed. I like the ideas in 3, and I think it's super interesting, but we just didn't get enough. I don't know. Oh, C is better than 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's definitely better than 2, 3, and 4. I'll give you that. Yeah, it's definitely better than those. It's better than the Dragon Ball chapters. Better than Heian. Hey, you take you watch your mouth. You watch your mouth. Don't talk shit about Heian Kyo. I'm a Heian Kyo enjoyer, dude. I love that. I love that chapter. Is it, like, deep or anything? No. God, no, it's not deep. But it's literally just me and my boy Kentoki running around and then just smacking the shit out of people. Which is super dope. We love that, dog. Love that for us. How are you not gonna have? How are you not gonna like that, huh? How are you not gonna like that? Bro, I love running around and then just beating people up with a big, buff, brawling guy. With a big, beefy lad. I love it, dude. It's my favorite. Is Morgan the strongest Lost Belt King? All right, this is where this is a big debate. All right, this is it. Really comes down to interpretation. It's either Cuckoo, Arjuna Alter, or Morgan. It's one of the three of them. The other guy's not in contention, right? So it comes down to like you for Cuckoo, it's because you think ORT is the strongest thing. So if you think ORT is the strongest thing, then Cuckoo smacking ORT has to make Cuckoo the strongest thing. But then, like Morgan fighting like Cernunos, and then just how insane the chair is, right? If you just like buy into that, then Morgan's the strongest person because then nobody has a way to kill her, right? And she can always kill them. Or you could just say it's Arjuna Alter because he's a composite deity. Because like, shrug. She smacked Olga. I don't even think Olga's that strong. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't think she's like that strong. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. But like intention wise, like if you're trying to go off of like authorial intent, it probably is like Cuckoo, Arjuna Alter, Morgan would be probably the intent behind it. Then it's probably like the Scotty Zeus because they're both like really OP deities. And then it's probably like Ivan because Ivan's a bit weakened. And then Chi Shi Huang is always the weirdest one because Chi Shi Huang could either be the weakest guy or he could be the strongest guy because Chi Shi Huang said he dealt with everything on the planet. So that includes things like ORT because ORT's in the Amazon as like jungle. So like, like Chi Shi Huang is very weird. Like Chi Shi Huang does a lot of really weird stuff. Like his fantasy tree was like fully grown, and then he just like chops it down like it was nothing. Like he's like, oh, this is cringe. Let me just deal with that. All right, Chaldea, y'all can leave. Chi Shi Huang also like all the other Lost Belts like disappear. In Chi Shi Huang's interlude, he's still maintaining Lost Belt 3. Lost Belt 3 is still around because he's Chi Shi Huang's logic is if you guys fail, then I will just go back to doing what I was doing. So, like, shrug. You know, like, Chi Shi Huang is whatever they want to do with him. Shrug. What strongest or weakest? Put him wherever you want. If you're doing a tier list for strongest Lost Belt deities, put him wherever you want. Put him wherever you feel like it. That's just there you go. Just put him wherever you want. Where do you want him to go? There you go. What do you feel? What do you feel? Do you think he's the strongest? Put him as the strongest. Do you think he's the weakest? Put him as the weakest. Because, like, vibes. How do you interpret the things that he's done? That's all you got. All you have are vibes. You have the vibes of Chi Shi Huang. So, like, fuck it. Put him wherever you want. I don't care. I'm not the writer. You put him wherever you want, dude. It's your truth. You just live your truth out and how strong you think they are. Live your truth, little buddy. You put him wherever you want. You put him wherever you want. But speaking of going wherever you want, fellas, I do think it is time for me to go eat din din. And because it is time for me to go eat din din, that means our time together has come to an end. We've done a lot of things. We've said a lot of words. There have been stuff and things discussed in about FGO and all that good stuff. So we're going to go ahead and do a raid for Fox for the Twitch guys, but for my YouTube guys, this is where we truly part ways. Until tomorrow. Tomorrow there will be another daily FGO upload. What is it going to be about? I have no idea. Who knows? I'll find something to talk about. I will use the power of my ADHD and whatever other mental disorders I probably have to creatively come up with a video. So, yeah, like I'll figure out something. There will always be something for you to watch. But YouTube guys, I will catch you guys tomorrow. And then we will probably stream Honkai Star Rail tomorrow. We got to start railing the stars because I need to start getting currency for Artoria. I need to start saving up all that good stuff. So we'll start doing that. Sorry, I almost choked and died. That would have been crazy. But yeah, YouTube guys, I will catch you guys on the flip side.